trying to remember where we were.
Well, do you believe there's a soul or something like a soul, a pattern information that represents who you are that floats off the body and continues on after?
So I don't know. I mean, honestly, I don't know. And I don't think anybody has a great verifiable account of that.
Right.
I have suspicions, but again, they're suspicions, less about knowledge. What I do know, and the reason why I'm religious, is that a religious lifestyle that is based on certain fundamental premises, I think makes life better for people. I think that the rules that are set down, as currently understood at least, are rules that are likely to lead you to leading a happier and better life than your pure reason alone. Because pure reason alone unleashed, without even those moorings in Judeo-Christianity, can lead to a lot of really terrible places. But I want to ask you about your version of heaven, because we were talking about heaven. So we can get back to that very controversial statement in just a second. But your newest book is Heavens on Earth, The Scientific Search for the Afterlife, Immortality, and Utopia. And you make a pretty compelling case that heaven on earth is basically, to a certain extent, you enjoying yourself transcendentally. That basically, if you go out and look at a forest, that may be heaven on earth, or as close to it as you're going to get.
Well, not just that, though. That really just living a full, meaningful life. And being engaged with other people in your society, with your family and friends and so on, that this is it. And we should be doing this anyway, whether there is an afterlife or not, because these are good things to do. So in the last chapter, I deal with, well, if you're an atheist, if there's no afterlife, maybe there is, but whether there is or not, we don't live in the afterlife, we live in this life. We're not living in the hereafter, we're living in the here and now, so make the most of it, but not the most of it by like just plugging in the morphine drip or sucking down whiskey all night or whatever your pleasures are. It turns out that research shows that doesn't do it for most people. It's not enough. I mean, there are some just pure hedonists that just get stoned all day or whatever, but most people find that unsatisfying. And so there's a distinction between happiness and meaningfulness. So leading a happy life, if this is your goal, the things you do are more short-term, immediate. Like
leading a pain-free life.
Pain-free, or it's just fun, like going out for dinner with dinner and drinks with family and friends. Okay, that's fun. 3 hours later, it's over. It's like, okay, now what? But doing something that's more long-term, either in your looking back to your past, what have I done with my life that's productive? What am I going to do in the next 20, 30 years? And then doing things that are not fun or pleasurable now, like the example I use in the book is caretaking. I have 4 parents, step-parents, and bio-parents, and I was caretaker for 2 of them, and this wasn't fun at all. It wasn't pleasurable, driving my dad around all these hospitals and then the nursing homes and the pharmacies, and I'd get home and I'm just exhausted. But I feel better as a person having done that, because I kind of feel like, well, they did this for me when I was little, and I would want somebody to do that for me, and the cycle of life and all that, and those kinds of things, or something much simpler like working out in the morning. Like this morning I did a couple-hour bike ride with the guys. It's not fun when we're going really hard. I mean, it's kind of painful actually, but when I'm done, I'm like, I feel better about myself. I did that, and then down the line, it's a good thing to do. That kind of thing. So,
and this is the concept of flow also, that when you're ensconced in work, this is the happiest you are, like when you are one with the work that you're doing. And I totally agree with this, by the way. I think that that happiness in life is not utterly disconnected from action in life. I think that the attempt to make a hard break between, okay, so you take a bunch of stuff that you hate during life, and you're going to hate it your whole life, and then you're going to die, and everything's going to get fixed in heaven. I actually don't think that's a very good way to teach religion, number one.
Right.
And number two, I don't think that's what religion is here to do. I think that religion is here to better your life here on earth. And then, if you believe in an afterlife, if you believe that there is a rectification of the wrongs that you experienced at the hands of others, you were a baby who was killed by the Nazis, and now there's an afterlife where you're going to live on. That's a different question slightly than what religion provides to most people.